Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. Just got off of the show with Rocked On Podcast Network. We have a channel, Rocked On Syndicate Sports. Link is in the description. And we had a very good show. We're going to be live over there starting Tuesday on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I just kind of wanted to give a brief update. It got me thinking. And I wanted to give a brief kind of update on me. A lot of guys might not know, all right? And some people are finding the channel for the first time. They found me last season, and I want to have a conversation to those people. So this video is not going to be about the Detroit Lions. It's going to be about me and my fandom of the Detroit Lions. And let me just start off by saying that I understand that not everybody is, my style of content is not made for everybody, right? I get that. And that's okay. But what I'm trying to convey in this video is that I feel that you guys are confusing me with an analyst. I'm not an analyst. I'm a fan of the Detroit Lions who sits in front of a computer and a camera and a microphone and a desk with a YouTube channel. But at the heart of this channel is fandom. That's why on the border, on the not the border, but the profile, it says a fan-driven brand. This channel is all about being a fan of the Detroit Lions, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And a lot of you think that I've changed or I'm not this or I've become this person. No. And that's why I wanted to make this video. I want to clear all of that up. I've always been this person. But what you get from me is 100% fan. You don't get, I don't conform. I do not pander. That's not the point of this channel. Yeah, I sit in front of the computer. I talk with a certain cadence. I can be very proper at times, very professional at times. But that's because I choose to be that way. Behind all of that is fandom. So you get the breaking news videos, you get this type of delivery and that type of delivery. And then for the games, you get a different type of delivery. And any moment that I want to switch, I do. And if something makes me passionate enough to switch and become that side of myself, then that's exactly what I do, right? So I wanted to clear the air for all the new people. This is not a analyst channel. I like to consider myself a fanalist. Notice that the word fan is first. And nowhere in my brand do you see that. That's why I tell y'all all the time, I don't want to work for the Detroit Lions. That's not what I want to do. I want to continue to be a fan of the team. I want to continue to speak my mind and say what I want, how I want, when I want, where I want. Right? So I want to clear. A lot of people in the comment section think that I've changed. I have not. And if you've been with me for any amount of time, you know that I've always been like this. Oh, I watch the games and you changed in November, and ever since last season, I have always been very critical of this football team, and I will continue to be. I want to make something very clear. I'm going to pause so that you can stop what you're doing. If you're cutting the grass, stop. If you have a moment, if you're driving, focus on the road. But I want everybody to listen to what I'm about to say, because there's a lot of questions from people who don't seem to understand. I 100% believe that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell can take us to the promised land. I do believe that. I trust him to a certain extent. Do I think he's the best general manager we've seen? I do. 100%. However, there are some things that he still needs to take care of. And sometime I believe that his ego gets the best of him. I'm not going to blindly follow Brad Holmes. I'm going to call him out the same way that you do me, the same way I do you in the comment section, right? I'm a fan of this football team. You may not like my abrasiveness. You might not like my delivery. You might not like that. And that's okay, because there's only one me, and I'm totally fine being him. And I'm totally fine. And my intent is never to disrespect anybody in the comment section. It really isn't. Sometimes we can battle back and forth, and I've come to the point where there's not much I'm going to take in the comment section, like at all, right? So, but this person that you think I've become, I've always been this guy. This is just a side of me. So when you see this, the Detroit Lions just signed free agent Nate Sudfeld, blah, blah, blah. That's one side. This is another side.
Nate Sudfeld is trash.
Right?
It's all the same. Same guy, different points. So there's no confusion as to who I am. And let me just say this. This team devastated me by the loss to San Francisco in the NFC title game. The gentleman that passed away a couple of weeks ago, Benjamin, I believe his name was, the older gentleman who dyed his hair blue in honor of what St. Brown had done. That whole thing sits with me, still bothers me, because he had an opportunity to see something that no one had ever seen, which was for the Detroit Lions to make the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, because of things that I predicted, we were unable to do that. I think about the moment that it would have given his family, the memory that they would have had as he has now passed away, the memory that they would have had, the smile that they would have seen on his face as they grieve, or like, that's what kind of fan I am. To realize that generations before me have never seen the Lions make the Super Bowl. They've seen, and listen, Brad Holmes is on the cusp. He's doing a very good job, especially from the hole he dug us from. But he still hasn't done something we haven't seen as far as making the Super Bowl, right? Yes, we got the playoff victory at Ford Field. Yes, we won the NFC North. Two things that we had never seen. And that's cool. That's an accomplishment. But the ultimate accomplishment, we could have done the same thing on the road and won the Super Bowl, and I would trade that any day. If you put us against Stafford, Mayfield, and Purdy all on the road, and we win the Super Bowl, I don't care nothing about Ford Field. Right? So I want to take this opportunity. I'm not going to reset. I'm not going to change. This is who I am. You get different sides of me. The more passionate I get, the more of that guy you get, right? And if you watch me watch any Lions game, you already know. It's almost like I have like a professional side where I'm all like super studious and can do all that stuff. But behind that guy is the guy that wants to see us win and will take nothing less, right? So I wanted to clear up in a kind of a less combative space, right? That I've been, because look, when you're on the internet for years and years and years, and you've got hundreds and thousands of comments of this and that, it takes a toll on you after a while. And yes, I could be one of those creators that I'm not even in the comment section. I could do that. I just make videos, I get the AdSense, and I'm not in the comment section. But I noticed that that's not who I want to be. That's not who I am. And yeah, I do tend to focus on negative comments. I don't know if I'm just built like that or if my mind wants me to go that way or whatever. But yeah, because I'm always ready to, I'm ready for whatever, right? So I just want to be clear in a safe space of who I am. If you are new to this channel, you think I'm one way, then you see this other guy and you're like, well, who is this dude? You've changed. Now you're No, I have always been like this. I have always been like this. But what you don't understand, and I'll leave you with this. See, this channel was created in 2021, and it was created the very first year of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. There's no way I could have done this channel during the Matt Patricia days. I was ready to walk away from this team until they decided they cared about us. And thankfully, Sheila showed that she did by firing Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn. For the longest time, firing Jim Caldwell bothered me. Firing Jim Caldwell eventually led to Dan Campbell, who, as I started this video off saying, I do believe is the guy that's going to take us there. I'm on record saying this stuff. but I'm not just going to blindly be led to water and be told to drink it. Right? I'm going to question along the way things that I don't agree with. But I want to be very clear. So if you watch this video, maybe I'll make this the trailer of my channel. I am the same guy I was in 2021, 2022, 2023, and beyond and before. Nothing about me has changed when it comes to this team. I am tired of losing. I am ready to win. And for me, records are, look at the Baltimore Ravens. All them wins, best record in the NFL. You got beat by the team that won the Super Bowl. I understand that there's only one team every single season to win it all. All I'm saying is let the Lions be that team. I'm ready for us to be that team, right? I'll leave you with this. And I said this during the show today. The Detroit Lions are the only OG team to not appear in the Super Bowl. The only OG team. Sit on that. The Cleveland Browns no longer count. When they went to Baltimore in the mid-90s, they reset. Because remember, the Cleveland Browns were not in the league for 3 or 4 years. They were out of the NFL. They reset at that point. The Detroit Lions are with the Cleveland Browns, the new Cleveland Browns, right? And the old Cleveland Browns, but now they're two separate teams. You've got the Jacksonville Jaguars, an expansion team. The the Houston Texans, another expansion team, who both came at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. And then you have us. And we were one half away from getting out of that graphic. We would have joined the 12 teams or the 11 teams to have been. Nope. Yeah. There are 4 teams that's never been, 12 teams that's never won. We would have been out of one graphic and stayed in the other. And just think about it. Y'all know we might have beat the Chiefs. Like, I'm thinking we would have won. Could you imagine we make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl in the same year, and now we're off the graphic, and now you got the Browns, the Texans, and the Jaguars, right? So this video, it's just me taking a moment while things are calm. Free agency is over. You've already seen my rants. That's not a facade. That's not a shtick. That is nothing. That is who I am. I wanted to take this moment and address the new people and the people that think that I've changed. I have not. At all. So, but that's who you get. I don't think there's enough fandom on the platform anymore. You know, there's a lot of studious, suit and tie. Let me not say anything wrong because I don't want to lose views and subscribers and whatever else. That's not who I am. This channel was built off of fandom, and it will continue to be. I might be a little less tolerant to nonsense in the comment section. Yeah, that comes with the territory. But I just wanted to be clear. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys understand. Wanted to give a shout out to a couple of guys that have just hit their month badge with Syndicate as a Syndicate member. Steve K, welcome to the hold on, let me bring it up. Can't do it without we gotta do it right. We gotta do it right. New to with a badge change this month is going to be, like I said before, Steve K. We've got Wall Stand 86 and Adam Carver. I believe those are the 3 that have entered their 1 month badge. So when you are making a comment now, those individuals, you will see a new badge next to your name. So, and I do really appreciate you, because without you, I couldn't be here. And when I say you, I mean everyone watching. Without you guys, there's no way I would have made it to San Francisco to even endure that type of pain. But it was something I won't forget, right? And how I got there is something I won't forget either. So I know this video was long, but I just felt like, let me take a moment while things are down and things are slow to kind of go back to the drawing board and show people and let people know that this has always been who I am, but in a less aggressive manner. Because one thing I can say too is YouTube has really changed in the sense of you either it's like dog eat dog, right? So if I'm not a certain way, I'll get eaten alive. So I have to kind of build that callous, that aggressiveness. I have to build that. I have to be that way, because the internet will just rip you down, right? So anyway, I mean, and just I want to be clear about something. I'm not talking about Nate Sudfeld as a man, but as a football player, dude is trash, man. I don't understand why we taking this stuff so personal. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you to my members, subscribers, and viewers. This channel is made possible by you all. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. I hope this helps us understand each other a little bit better. And as always, go Lions.